Alright guys, welcome back to the Tourney tournament by the Tiny clan, the Tiny Freakstyle clan, organised by players like Naexmet, Faber and Curse. So thank you for tuning in, and we've got Alejandro, Tiny Alejandro, playing off against eFamana. So we've got two well-known Tiny players facing off in a Zeus versus Hades matchup. It's actually going to be quite aggressive here in the opening. Neither player is really going to start walling off with houses first. They're just sort of going to have a bit of a melee. And a very early hero here from Alejandro, knowing such. So he's going to try and work away at eFamana's village. He's going to pick off one. So eFamana now forced into playing around the tower, the mid-map houses to try and wall himself in. But they are going to fall pretty quickly here. It is going to delay Alejandro's favor generation, but at the same time, he might not have access to terribly great myth units. So eFamana finishing up a fairly slow temple there, while Alejandro's much quicker, and he's going to be able to get that much quicker classic age. Can he build houses at the back of the map so he can actually just spam whatever he pleases, go for a lot of production, and he's going to get a front side armor. He might go for a military academy or a range over in the back corner there. No, he's going to put down another house. Might look at doing a creep forward with myth units. Doesn't really got a lot of favor though, so we can't really just spam minotaurs. While eFamana, no ranges here just yet. But yeah, it's a lot of houses without Alejandro having anything to make use of them. Oh, here we go. He's going to get a military academy now, and he's finished an armory, so he'll be able to start spamming a lot of Hypaspis and hoplites. eFamana probably looking to throw down ranges so he can get Toxotes at first and then get Gastrophedes behind it, but probably needs to get an armory and maybe look at adding one of those production facilities at this stage of the game. So classic age. And here we go, finishing up. He's going to add a shitload of towers to try and get through this, but the towers for Alejandro are going to be slightly quicker. Armory coming in as well for eFamana. Double military academy production with medium infantry as well, just to beef them up that little bit more in the wake of all these towers. Well, Odysseus should be able to win this trade quite handily against the Cyclops, and there's some Minotaur backing him up, working away at the house of eFamana, trying to tear a bit of a hole into the base. So we've got heroic age here for Alejandro. eFamana's is a little bit slower, but he's going to be working towards it now once he gets his Ajax. And he does have that pestilence up his sleeve, so he can really turn this fight around here, but Alejandro can really keep a good parade push going once he gets a good number of human units between bronze and restoration, basically making them unkillable, making an army essentially salvageable from almost no health at all, provided the units don't start really falling. You know, you've used both those god powers, you're not losing anything for a minute. Cyclops knocked back into the base, but he's going to be able to warp a couple of villages down. And eFamana now disabling all the production of Alejandro with that pestilence. Alejandro following up with bronze on the hoplites that he does still have out, because he thinks he can probably tear down one or two of these buildings and really turn a fight against the Toxotes. eFamana behind this, trying to clear out the Tox, but it's going to be a while before he gets a good critical mass. Curse being used as well on Alejandro's villages. So he can't really throw down a building and finish it through all this. And I mean, the fortress would have been affected by the pestilence if, you know, there wasn't enough villagers there to finish it in time. So now, eFamana with a bit of a villager count advantage. He'll be able to sneak down his market, but Alejandro already has his myth age just about finished, so he'll be able to have access. Oh, Hephaestus, I think that's Colossus, the really handy unit because of their siege property, so really great against buildings, quite a tanky unit, just about ignore towers for a minute. So he's coming in to try and wallop away at the tower, and he's going to be able to do just that at the moment. I don't see the plenty being of any use here, but I do see the Colossus certainly being of use. Well, eFamana just getting that masonry upgrade so he can actually have a tanky enough town center to survive, and he's going to get access to Earthquake and Chimera through Artemis, so going to have a much more of a moving and shaking mythical age power in Tiny, whereas the plenty really all it's going to do is allow you to deny your opponent's build space. Like, paradoxically enough, you just throw it in your opponent's base because, you know, you don't need the resources, you just need to fuck someone over on build space. So just sort of put it here once you tear down the archery range. So Silver Colossus, and now eFamana is going to have to struggle through to the mythical age while Colossus wallop away at the buildings. Alejandro can't really afford any more Colossus at this stage, but can probably start praying just over here. Maybe if he put the tower here, could pray at that corner as well. Just spam Colossus from here, but may not need to at this stage. If you can take out a house or two, it's going to be really hard for eFamana to come back from here. Yeah, there we go. Aggressive plenty, denying all this build space of the opponent. I don't think it even generates favor. Yeah, food, wood and gold, no favor. So basically useless in Tiny, but like I said, does allow for that big area denial of build space instantly. It's unkillable. All your opponent can do is really convert it back to no great effect, and I think eFamana is going to have to tap out here. There's nothing really he can do. He's got the myth age, but I don't think he's only got the one vil. Here we go, Earthquake out now. But is it going to be enough? GG Alejandro able to heal through it. Restoration being used, and there's just too much left. Alejandro takes the game.